Today we have decided to have Mahakali Puja. Now we must understand the Mahakali is in totality is the reflection of Adi Shakti in totality. Or we can call it that Adi Shakti is in charge. She is managing all these three powers, but her manifestation in totality is Mahakali in the sense that it is the desire of God Almighty. So first she is Adi Shakti in charge of all the three powers, and that's why we can say that when she is in a potential stage, she is Mahakali. And then she divides herself into two other forces as Mahasaraswati and the ascending force that we call, or as the parasympathetic nervous system expressed in us, is the Mahalakshmi. So she has actually all these forces in herself. Kali has all these forces, but she manifests. She desires to act, and when she wants to act, her potential force becomes these two other forces. So when we do the puja of Mahakali, we must understand that inbuilt within this force within us is desire. So we can desire anything. If we want, we can desire everything. We can desire, say, the joy. We can desire the knowledge. We can desire to be compassionate and love. And we can desire also the destruction of those which are negative forces. But the Mahakalic force is the one which is working out the constructive force. But in that constructive force only, there has to be destruction. Because if you are constructing something and there is destruction which is trying to destroy your construction, then you have to destroy that destructive person. And this is what people sometimes misunderstand, and they think that Mahakali force is negative force or is a force of destruction. It is, but in a very positive way. And if you understand this part of Mahakali force, then you will understand that if you have desires to construct yourself properly in Sahaja Yoga, then you should also have the desire to destroy whatever is standing against your construction. So one by one we should see within ourselves what sort of things that tag us down. And thus they do not give us this desire. If this desire becomes intense, then you start immediately seeing what are the forces that are destroying your ascent. So we have to ascend is the point. Our goal is to ascend, our destination is to ascend. So our desire should be that we should ascend and construct our being in such a manner that we can receive all the. इसको बंदी कर दो, बड़ा आवाज करो, एक तरफ कर दो तुम. This one is better. So we should understand that we have to be prepared to destroy many things within us if we have to become a great evolved personality. As you have seen in evolution itself, we had huge big animals like Manmath, these, that, and they could not cope with the evolution, so they were all destroyed. So many things were destroyed. And this destruction is built in within us. When we ascend, we just start seeing that these are the forces which we are destroying us, and that our destruction is so much that if we do not desire the destruction of these destructive forces, we will be finished. So at the same time, when we are ascending higher, we have to know what we have to destroy. For example, even in living forces, when a flower becomes a fruit, lots of things which were the part of the flower get destroyed automatically. But that is done in the will of God by His own understanding, so is absolutely perfect. So in Sahaja Yoga, when we desire something, we must know what do we desire. First fix your goal and then relate it to that. Now there are many deviations in life. Like we are going to the airport. Our attention should be we have to reach the airport. And whatever are distractions. We should not get lost with it. If we get lost with those distractions, then we cannot achieve our goal in time. So one has to understand, first of all, that our goal is to ascend, and for that the distractions are on our way. Because of ourselves, because of ignorance, because of darkness, because the light is not so much. The first destroying factor that is within us is the Shri Ganesha's power. And this Shri Ganesha is the power of Mahakali. She first planted Shri Ganesh to emit holiness on this earth. So the whole thing could be vibrated. And as you know, one aspect of Shri Ganesh is also Omkar, means this vibratory awareness which flows everywhere. So these vibrations have 4 sides in it. One is that these vibrations establish holiness, auspiciousness through Mahakali. Then these same vibrations also comfort us through Mahakali. Vibrations do not give you desires as such, if you see. They do not give you desires, but they give you proof of your desires being fulfilled. Supposing you want somebody to be cured, this is your desire, and you give vibrations to that person, so it's a means. So it is also the action part which is there in those vibrations. But this action also comes from desire. If you don't have desire, you won't act. So the desire is so important even to establish your own path, to establish your forward march. If your desire is poor, if you are half-hearted, you can't work it out. Half-hearted people cannot achieve anything in surgery. It's not meant for half-hearted people. It's meant for people who are brave, who have intense desire, who are intelligent, and who are auspicious. But in case you do not have intense desire, then the pure desire doesn't work and you do not get your realization. Also, after getting realization, unless and until you have desire to ascend, very strong, intense desire to ascend, you cannot ascend. So for all Sahaja Yogis, it is necessary to first of all, early in the morning, while taking the name of Ganesha, must say, what is my desire? This is my goal. This is what it is. All activity must be surrendered for this goal.